Don't deal with the devil. Good advice. Why the devil gotta own the casino though? Surely nice people can own casinos. The devil's sort of portrayed as the bad guy, but like he's just a businessman. Why are you doing that, Steve? Download in the background. Alright, do we do the tutorial everybody failed at? Or at least that one little port I did. I gotta remember how to play. Is it triangle? Yeah. Right bumper. Wait, what? Here we go. Alright. Let's go. This guy gives me free coins, right? Hey! Big money. Alright, let's check out the shop. Welcome! An extra hit point spread. Isn't this one like the meta? Yeah. Goodbye. We don't have any super, it's fine. Alright. First things first. Regular. Oh, I forgot how fast this game was. Oh my god. Alright, we need a quick reset. I don't even have OBS open. Yeah, try again.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
Damn. Oh, that hurts you? Oh, jeez. Okay. Is it like carrot that doesn't hurt you? Hey. Dude, how much health does the carrot have? There we go. Alright, first boss down. Cool, first contract. Let's talk to the coin man. Oh, this is the hard one.
Here goes.
Hey, Seagull, what's going on, man? Oh my lord. Have you beaten all of them before? No. I've got to the second stage and that's about it. So like all the bosses on this first stage, yes. All but like past then, no. Oopsie. Restart.
A brawl is surely brewing.
I remember this one being difficult though. I gotta remember to duck. Oh my god. Stuck on the second one. Yeah, I've never finished this game, which I'm really upset about. So I'm like, oh, I got nothing else to play. May as well finally give it a go. And I just bet like Elden Ring and Sekiro, so I'm thinking surely this isn't much harder than that, right? Surely. So we'll see how things go. Alright, this is the hard bit. The balls. Oh, damn. I thought it was gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down, but it didn't. It's alright. We do this. Dude, why do I jump? Oh my god, just reset me. I gotta stop using the analog sticks. I think I'm using the analog stick too much. I think I gotta use directional pads. Damn it. Ah! I really should have probably bought like the extra health. Alright. What are the snakes? Oh. Snakes are good. Snakes are good. Tigers, not so much. Oh my god. Dude, the tiger ones are probably the worst. At least the other ones you can sort of semi-predict. You know what I mean? Alright, almost there. Almost there.
Here goes.
If you twirl the joystick around to the main screen, it'll pop out and double your health. Ooh, we'll have to try this, hold on. So where to? If you twirl the joystick around for a bit on the main menu screen. This screen? Or like when you like the very, very first screen? On that one? Okay. Is this really a thing? Am I control? I'll walk around. I never knew this, thank you. Did it double my health?
Good day for us.
Oh my god, it did, dude. You're a genius. Is that permanent? Is that a permanent thing? I don't have the DLC, just quietly. That's huge. Until you beat the boss. Oh, okay. Why is this taking so long? Oh my god, I hate this one. Ow. Damn. For the real hard ones? Okay. Good to know, good to know.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
Like full concentration. Alright, where the coins at, boy? Oh my god. Alright. Next one. Oh, tigers. I'm too far away. Dude, I love the soundtrack too much to like do this properly. I just lost all my health on that. You kidding me? Come on, give me snakes again. Hey. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Woo. Easy. Easy peasy. Hit the gritty on that guy. Alright, let's do this. And see if we can get an ult. Oh, you gotta parry them, that's right, I forgot. Dude, I love the music, man. So many good things about this game, it's insane. Just an all over, just good game. Easy. 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 Oop, too far. Nice. Give daddy the goods. Juiced me up, woman. Unlock a new soup. Soup. Oh. Alright, where to now? Alright, go this way. Good old run and gun. Oh, we got Crash finished downloading.
Now go.
I think people can do this passive and get the passive run for this. It's insane. Yeah, sure. Always willing to learn something new, assuming it's appropriate. Boing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't realize I could catch on fire. Money. Oh my god, man. There are bottles of champagne at the bottom of the ocean that are still intact. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. The amount of ships that have been wrecked over the time, particularly cargo ships. Yeah. The thing is, like, the fact they're underwater is the only problem with that wine. They're in a bottle, they'll still be fresh, and even more so, they'll be aged. What the hell killed me? I didn't even realize. Yeah, so they'll be perfectly fine. The problem is just getting them. Although, I wonder if they would have been crushed because of the pressure. Are you sure they're intact? Because the pressure of the actual ocean might have crushed them. I don't know how glass reacts to, like, pressure. Or at least water pressure. They could be crushed. They say they're still intact. I mean, until somebody takes a photo of it, can we really be sure though? Hey. Why can't I just jump on things' heads like it's Mario? Huh? Dude, the D-pad on the PS4 controller is arse. I don't care what anyone says. Literally the worst controller Sony have ever put out. That includes the PlayStation 3. Come on, man, we're almost there. Hey! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's do the tree. How many coins did I get? 3? Alright, this guy's isn't that bad from memory. Okay, this guy's exactly that bad from memory. I gotta use my dash a little bit more, I think. Dash. What is this thing? Like in the context of the lore of this game. What is this thing? Taking blue balls to a whole new level. Oh! That's alright. Not first try, but we can still do it. Not first try. Oofed. Oh. I don't think that did anything. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't think that actually did anything. Okay. Woo! I guess we wait for the final phase before we use the ult, maybe? Damn, why do I jump that? Why did I jump that? Most pointless thing I've ever done in my life. Did I stream on Twitch? Whatever.
This match will get red hot. And begin.
Oofed. Oh my god, I thought it was both directions. Nice. Last stage. Okay. I pressed R1 instead of dodge. I'm dumb. I better not die to this. Ah! Hey, now the Titanic, they have a documentary. They have documented this multiple times. The tiles in the room called the Turkish baths are still there. The baths. I imagine, like, isn't there people that have, like, there's special rules because, like, when there's like a sunken ship or something, there's people that like dive down there to get treasure. I imagine they have a whole bunch of restrictions on there because the Titanic would have been full of gold and stuff. Like people would have had to carried all their jewelry and stuff with them, and that would still be in there. So I'm pretty sure they have like restrictions and stuff on that, like who can get all that. Let's fly, baby. Wait. Thank you. Alright, let's do it.
This match will get red hot. And begin!
5 miles below the surface? I mean, yeah. And it's in the middle of the Atlantic. I would assume those things would definitely impact, like, how reachable it is. The thing though, like, the fact it's in the Atlantic, like, surely that would, like, help preserve it a little bit though, right? I imagine, like, maybe there's, like, less fish in the Atlantic and it's ice, so it's, like, it's not gonna, like, melt or anything. I don't know.
A great slam and then some.
It begs the question though, would the bottle of wine that's in the Titanic, would that be frozen? Or would it be watery? Because I don't know the freezing temperature of wine, but I imagine like it'd be around like water, right? Is it warm at the bottom of the ocean? Surely not. Okay, I really gotta... Because I know there's magma pits, there's like lava pits in the bottom of the ocean that secrete heat. It's like literally... It's literally just like the bottom of a volcano underwater. And there is literally lava under there. I know that's like a genuine thing. Dude, why am I so bad at this game? Oh my god, just reset me.
This match will get red hot.
Alright.
Now go!
Dude, literally sniped every time. What? That's how the champagne bottles are still there. Cut them, champagne itself. What? Cut them in champagne itself. Went bad years ago. Also, the champagne itself went bad.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go!
Dude. Any wine on the ship is long gone? Oh, okay. I didn't think like wine went off. I thought wine just kept aging and it made it better. I thought it was like honey or something where it just never expired. But I guess like it being stored in that sort of glass and underwater, it would have gone bad, yeah.
A great slam and then some. Here goes.
I gotta utilize my little mode a bit more, I think. Ah. By the pressure mixed with the water. So would the wine have actually caused any issue for the wildlife that was down there? Like obviously, something I've seen actually is when there's been ships that have gone underwater, like the wildlife just sort of adapted into its habitat, like they end up just moving in. So I imagine there's like some little crustacean that's taken up in a wine bottle and he's like just drunk. Dude. There's some little drunk crustacean around somewhere. Living in a wine bottle. Oh my god. That's pretty funny. I didn't think she could hit me on the way back, okay. Oh my god, it just snipes me every time, man. Oh, halfway, that's improvement. That's a lot of improvement, actually.
You're up.
I'm definitely utilizing the mini mode a lot more, which is helping me get out of some troublesome situations. Just gotta like stay on the other side of this guy. Oh, I just jumped into it. Was playing cards, which I've seen in person. Ooh. So that you've been to like the Titanic Museum then, right? I assume there's a Titanic Museum. Yeah, oh that's cool as. Yeah, something I'd like to see the Titanic Museum and the Holocaust Museum. They're two things I need to see before like I get too old. Maybe when I'm like in my 30s, I'll go see them. I love museums, low-key. Museums are actually, like, they're strangely fascinating with their exhibits. Like, sometimes I've gone to, like, the Melbourne Museum and it's just had terrible exhibits. But there's always, like, a exhibit that's really cool. In Melbourne, like, the Melbourne Museum has a, I don't know if they still have it, but last time I was there, every time I've gone there, actually, they've had a sleep exhibit. And the sleep exhibit is so cool. They have like they have a list of all the dreams that everybody has. There's like 5 or 6 dreams or nightmares everybody has. It's like going to school naked, constantly falling. And it's just like, it's really, just really cool. And then right next to it is like the biology section. And there's a whole bunch of naked models of like people. It's kind of funny. Like 3D naked models. I remember one time I went to the museum for, in primary school. And that was the one section of the museum we weren't allowed to go in. The teacher was just like, nope, we're not doing it. It's like, I've seen it before. The Holocaust Museum where they had Hitler's car. Does Hitler's car still run? Does it still run? Like, if they turned it on, would it go? That thing would be worth millions. Literally millions. Like, it's something they'd never sell, but like to a private collector, like World War II collector or just a car collector, that thing would be worth mega bucks. That could easily be one of the most expensive cars in the world. And I'd assume you're not allowed to like take photos in the car. I think that's probably a bit too far. But Yeah, no, the Holocaust Museum I would like to see. Just like learning stories of World War II, man. Like, it's very sad. It's like seeing the extreme of what humanity can do to itself is just definitely eye-opening. Like, we're in the, like, I'm not in the middle of a war, I'm Australian, but like there's a war literally going on. Like, there's been a war every decade. And it's just like, it definitely feels like World War II was one of the more extreme things you can go. So just like learning stories about like how much people can just shoot themselves in the foot is kind of insane. JFK's car were killed? Okay. I mean, like, pretty much the car industry, at least the exotic, we'll use the term exotic, but like just rare car industry, cars are like really expensive now. Like, any car from the 70s and 80s is just worth mega bucks. So any car that's tied to a celebrity or an infamous celebrity, they're always going to be worth mega bucks and they're always going to be looked after. Dude, this is the easiest stage of this fight and I keep messing it up.
A great slam and then some. You're up.
It's like, it's the equivalent of like having a Hendrix guitar. Like, if a celebrity's tied to a particular car, like JFK with his death, or just Hitler in general, like, it's just because a celebrity's owned it, just automatically puts the price on it. Was moved into a museum? Really? Like, that's, like, I'm not saying that's bad, it's just I'm surprised that, like, they know what bus it was. I wouldn't have imagined, like, that was the thing they kept from the story. Oopsie. Like, out of all the things, the court documents, and they know exactly what bus it was? It's strange. But I mean, hey, at least it's in a museum and not getting, like, wrecked. It's good to keep big parts like that. Like, vehicles just throughout history are a big part of everything. So it's good that they have that. Like I said, I love museums, man. The whole idea of keeping such a part of history in a safe place, relatively safe, I think is really important. And it's just so fascinating to look at it. Like, oh my god, this is tied to this part of history. It's incredible. So yeah, museums are like really big, man. I'm really a big fan. Just preserving a part of history for future generations. There's something really just nice about that. Particularly, like I said, with World War II, learning about one of the darkest parts of human history and having like mementos of them. Because it's one thing to say that it happened, but you know, it's another to actually show evidence of it, you know? You can tell someone something happened, but showing them what it exactly was like is just a completely different ballgame. Alright, we skipped a phase, that's good. Damn. I went to Ford's Theater and saw the gun that killed Abe Lincoln. Isn't that up to the debate though? Isn't there like a handful of people that have said they own the actual gun that killed Lincoln? The chair he died in? I don't think that bit's disputed, but isn't there like a whole debate about who actually owns the gun? I'm not saying it's not. I'm sure there's stacks of evidence for it, but I'm pretty sure there's like 2 or 3 people that claim to have the gun. There's actually I don't know why I got recommended it, but there's a show from like the 30s or something, maybe the 50s, and they interviewed the last known person alive to see Abe Lincoln shot. You don't know? It's all good. Yeah, it's like from the 40s, like Guess Who Knows or something like that. And yeah, it's the guy was like 4 years old or something when he saw Lincoln get shot or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it was JFK. I don't know. Forget I said anything. Somebody got shot. US presidents have a habit of that. Oopsie. We're getting better at this, bit by bit. Aha, boom goes the dynamite. Damn it. My favorite. I saw the US flag they made, the United Nations anthem. What? Oh, I might have to reread that in a sec. Go in! Damn. I saw the US flag made the United Nations anthem. US nation anthem. National anthem. What does that mean? Please rephrase. Ooh.
A great slam and then some.
Seeing 15 stars and 15 stripes felt old. Oh, okay, so you're talking about the old US flag. Yeah. I like... So what was it? It was like, each stripe represents one of the founding colonies, and then each star represents a state. So there's like 52 states? 54? Something like that? There's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, from memory, oh, I'm just gonna reset. From memory, the original plan with the US flag, 50 stars, okay, yeah. The original plan for like the US flag was to have a stripe for every state, but they realized like after the first 4 years, after all these states started becoming united, that they just couldn't fit enough stripes on there. So they were just like, oh yeah, we'll just make it extra stars. I remember watching a video on flags for some reason. YouTube algorithm's weird. But yeah, I watched a video on it. When there's actually a lot of thought and detail behind flags, it's actually quite cool. Like the Australian flag, we have two flags in Australia, two national flags, depending on who you ask. We have an Indigenous flag, and we have the Australian flag. There's a whole lot of politics about why that is, and I won't get into it because it's a bit of a downer. But the Australian flag is made up of 3 parts. We have the Southern Cross, which is we're the only country in the world with a Southern Cross. We have the Union Jack. That's right, the Union Jack is the top left-hand corner. And then we have the Southern Cross. Oh crap, what's it called? And then, oh yeah, that's right. And then we have the star in the bottom right-hand corner or bottom left-hand corner or whatever. And there's a point on it for every state and territory. And that's how you make it up. But the Indigenous flag is made up of 3 parts. It's black, red, and yellow in the middle, a yellow circle. I'm not familiar with exactly why, but I'm pretty sure like the yellow in the circle is meant to represent the sun, and then there's like the land, and then something else. It's all... I can't remember exactly. But yeah, we get 2 flags in Australia. It's kind of cool. It's like, it's kind of sad that we need 2 flags, but at the same time, like, at least everybody wins, I suppose. I don't know. It doesn't really make us sound like a united Australia, but it is what it is. Personally, I like the Australian flag. I like the design of it. I like what it represents, but like, I'm a white guy, so what do I know, you know? The flag of India? I imagine it would be something to do with the colonization of it by Britain, but yeah, let's hear it. When you learn about the design behind flags, it's actually really interesting because it's like, you see them at face value and it's like, oh, it's okay, it's a flag. But when you actually like learn the design and the meaning behind it, I think they're really fascinating. But like only when they're done right, you know? Because like, when you think about it, a flag has to be simple, recognizable, and have a lot of meaning and represent a country. Like they're actually a pretty big deal in the grand scheme of things. Boom. A blue wheel with 24 spokes at the center. Okay. I know what the Indian flag looks like from memory. It's orange, white, and green with a symbol in the middle, which I'm guessing is what you're talking about. Oopsie, I got hit. Ah. Are you gonna go into your last phase, please? Thank you. 1 spoke, 1 hour. So each spoke represents an hour in the day. What do they do? What do they do when it's like daylight savings or something? Surely this finishes it. Oh no! Hey, we got it! Nothing? Oh yeah, I suppose. Daylight savings doesn't really affect the hours of the day, does it? It just sort of puts everyone back. They probably don't even do daylight savings in India now that I think of it. They don't even do daylight savings all throughout Australia. Like there's like Western Australia or something, they just don't do it. Hey, a B rating, that ain't too bad. Shout out to the B movie. Alright. Contract sealed. Run and gun.
It's on.
Hey, it's Woody Woodpecker. Nobody in this chat will know who Woody Woodpecker is. That's like before I was born. Before my sisters and brothers were born. Like that's my mum's favorite kid show. Jesus Christ. Any Woody Woodpecker fans or enthusiasts? Jesus. Dude. In the national flag of India at the top of is a saffron color. Orange, right? Introducing the strength and courage of the country. Yeah, that's cool. The white middle indicates the peace and truth of the Dharma. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. The last being green, the color shows the fertility, growth, and aspirations. Yeah, that's fair. Like I said, like when you learn the meaning behind flags, they're actually really sweet. My favorite ones are like the ones that like tell the history of a country. Like the Australian one shows you pretty much everything. It shows you where Australia is because of the Southern Cross, shows you how many parts of the country there are with all the stars, and then it tells you our history of colonization from the British with the Union Jack. But then like we have 2 flags, which is the other half of the story, which is the Indigenous flag. So it's like, that's why I think it's sad we have to have 2, but they both tell 2 very different stories of how Australia came to be. It's simple nowadays? Yeah, but for the time period, it's like, when we think about the United States, we rarely think of it as United States, if you know what I mean. So when you realize the fact that it's the collection of 50 stars and 13 starting states, like it's actually pretty symbolic. Literally, it represents the unification of 50 states. Like, that's really cool. Like, sure, the design isn't like eye-catching, but you know exactly when you see the American flag who it's talking about, and you know it represents 50 United States, which is unheard of. So I think it's like, it might be pretty simple by today's standards, but like the meaning, like design-wise, it might be simple, but the meaning behind it, I think, still sticks. I think it still like has good meaning behind it. Damn. I gotta start using diagonal attacks a hell of a lot more.
You're up.
We call it Old Glory? I mean, the term Old Glory can be used for a lot of things. But I imagine so. Yeah, I don't think Australia really has like a slang term for its Australian flag. I guess a lot of people just don't really think about it, in all honesty. I do, but I'm weird. I don't know if you know this, but you should look it up because it's kind of funny. Oh, there might even be a YouTube video on it, but the New Zealand are actually a completely different place to Australia, despite the fact we usually get lumped in together, right? Every New Zealander will tell you that they're not Australia, full stop. And I'm like, that's fine, I have a problem with that. Like, I don't, you know, we're two different people, even though we get lumped in together. But regardless, funny story about their flag. So, they had a prime minister or something that wanted to change their flag to be representative of more people or whatever and what have you. And they spent millions of dollars going through like a whole system where it's like they would have public entries for a flag, and then those public entries would get voted on by the public and whatever. And they spent millions and millions of dollars working out what their next flag was going to be, what the new New Zealand flag was going to be. And when they finished the vote, millions of dollars later, they just kept the normal flag. They kept the traditional flag. They spent millions and millions of dollars collecting millions of votes for this, right? Just to keep the flag the way it was. Did I just lose? No. It's kind of funny. Oh, damn. Oh, no, we're good. Are they gonna come back? Yeah. Yeah, millions and millions of dollars. Alright, boss fight. Ah! I choked. I'll admit it, I choked. I got scared. I got scared. Yeah, poor old New Zealand. Kind of funny, but at the same time, like, that money could have been used for so much more. And like, apparently, like, I'm not exactly completely well versed with the situation that was going down, but apparently the whole idea, like, if you put your tinfoil hat on, apparently the whole idea of like the flag switch was to, you can skip this boss by jumping and dashing through. I still want to kill it, you know what I mean? I want to get it done, you know, like, there is a skip, I agree, but I still just want to kill it, just to show that I can, you know? But yeah, apparently the whole New Zealand changing the flag thing was like just a publicity stunt originally by one of the prime ministers or whatever, or one of the prime minister electees. Millions of dollars down the drain for nothing to happen, like, ugh. Think about how many kids could have just like How many kids could have got iPads in class if they just didn't do that vote? Ooh. What? Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, I know it's possible to like do all these run and guns passively and just like not kill anything because it's like an achievement, isn't it? So like I know there's like ways to get around everything, but at the same time, man, killing everything is just so much fun. Particularly if you don't die when you do it.
You're up.
I mean, isn't that why people play Cuphead? Not for the great soundtrack, not for the great gameplay, but just like to kill things. Great stress relief. I mean, I can't speak for everyone, I'm just spitballing here. Okay, I mistimed that completely. And I mistimed that completely. Dude, what the hell am I playing right now? Oh, you can't jump on this. It's not goddamn Mario. Sorry for the big words. No, it's all good, man. I don't blame chat when I can't read something. It's usually if I can't read something that's like inherently my fault. Unless it's like completely broken English, in which case I ain't taking the fall for that. But like my reading skills aren't great. I'm a musician first, not an English teacher first, you know? So it's like I'm not gonna hate too much on people that can't write well, and I assume people aren't gonna hate on me too much because I can't read well. Like I think like we're all just trying to live, you know? We're just trying to be. Plus, like, some games are really hard to talk and read chat. Particularly games I'm not very good at, I need to, like, really apply myself. Oh my lord, I want that coin so bad.
Here goes.
Getting the smoke bombs? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting the coins. Those iframes when you use a dash are actually really good. So I'm in my mind, that's why I'm trying to collect like a handful of coins. Just so I can get those smoke bombs. I know these the weapon I have now is like the best for like damage, as far as I'm aware. Maybe it's changed, maybe they patched it. But from what I understand, this is the best one for damage. And the smoke bombs are best for like iframes. You should eat something then, my guy. Maybe eat something healthy. Buy an apple. Apples are pretty filling. Although, ice cream does sound really good right now. Dude, I wish I had a freezer that actually worked. So I could buy ice cream and eat it on stream. Damn it. If I eat, I don't stop. Yeah, that's a problem. And Cheesy Might? Oh, Cheese All Night. Sorry, Cheesy Might is a completely different thing, and you won't know what Cheesy Might is unless you're Australian. Mac and cheese is good. Like, we have... I don't know where everybody's from, per se. But in Australia, we have Easy Mac, which is basically the two-minute noodles equivalent of Easy Macaroni. And like, it's alright, it's not like S tier, but good macaroni and cheese has bacon in it, you know what I mean? Good mac and cheese has bacon as far as I'm concerned. It's so good. Like, mac and cheese is great, cheap, but if you add bacon to that, that's so nice. It's so good. I haven't had good macaroni and cheese in so long, man. So long. Ah. I have a banana. I would need another one. Oof. Bananas are meant to be really like good for you and filling at the same time. Like I've never had more than 2 bananas, and that sounds kind of sexual, but I didn't mean it for that. In all honesty, I think bananas are like kind of bottom tier for fruit. Like they're really good for you and they're supposed to really fill you up and give you energy, but like I just personally don't really like them that much. I'd much rather an apple or grapes. They're really good fruits in my opinion. Definitely some of the better ones. Hey, we got it. Let's go. Apples, grapes, oranges just make a mess. I hate oranges. Same with mandarins. Mandarins suck as well. Mandarins arguably worse than oranges. Controversial take as well. I hate watermelon. Watermelon takes, like all the melons, rock melon, watermelon, all that, they all taste disgusting. It's disguised in milkshakes, yeah. I mean, I agree. Bananas I can eat, but I'm not going out of my way to eat them. I will say though, I don't know if you know what Wheat Bix are, but if you have Wheat Bix with sugar and then you cut up 1 banana on top, it is really good. It's really good and it's decently for it. Like it's got a lot of sugar in it, but it's still good. Eat apple in sauce. Like apple sauce? Ugh. I hate applesauce. Although apple pies though, apple pies are kind of pog. Apple pies are really good. Apple pies with whipped cream, or just cream in general, is so nice. What do I do? I forgot how to play this guy. Fire, rock, melon. Dude, all those melons suck. The only melons I like are on gills. I'll keep it a stack. Oh god, I'm going to hell. But like, nah, I just hate watermelon so much. Which is strange, because like, I like watermelon lollies. Like lollies that are flavored after watermelon. They taste nice to me. But just like actual watermelon, I don't like the taste of. And that's the same with, what's it called? Same with coconuts, man. We're all there, yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if you guys have ever had like actual coconuts, like real solid coconut. Like coconut milk is disgusting. And the actual coconut flesh that you eat, I don't know how people do that, man. That makes me chuck. That stuff's so bad. But like coconut flavored lollies, like there's a chocolate called Bounty, and Bounty has like coconut flavored innards. It's like chocolate on the outside, coconut flavor on the inside. Like that tastes good. But actual coconut tastes so bad, man. Actual coconut just tastes shocking. Ow. Like, hey, if you like it, more power to you, but just like, man, it's so bad. In my opinion. Definitely bottom tier. Like, I would rather have, I'll be honest, I'd rather have watermelon than coconut. Straight up. Shouldn't really be dying with this boss, it's not actually that hard. Soggy wood chips? What the hell are wood chips? What are wood chips? You mean like bark? Like off a tree? I've never heard of wood chips before. What are they? They're not actually made out of wood, right? Like I know you can eat paper and not die. Like that's a genuine thing. You can eat paper assuming it's not colored. But you're not seriously like eating wood. By the way, don't eat paper. It's like pieces of wood, not a food. Lol. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I was gonna say it's a bit strange. Whoop. Okay. Phase 2. Dude, what? I stupidly drank wood varnish. I was like 10? Dude, isn't that stuff super toxic? Are you alright? Nah, listen, so the weirdest things that weren't really edible that I ate is like I ate PVA glue. Like I had some PVA glue. Or wood glue, it was glue. Pretty much I ate glue. And I haven't really like strayed too far into like other toxic things. Like I'm not drinking bleach anytime soon. But no, when I was in high school, I drank PBA glue just because it was funny. I didn't drink like a whole lot. It was like a little droplet on my finger, but like, yeah. Probably explains why I am the way I am, in all honesty. I used to eat dog food when I was... Oh, no, I did that. I did that. My mum bet me $50 that I wouldn't eat like a whole spoonful of dog food. Then I ate it and she yelled at me for it. And I didn't get the $20. She goes, I can't believe you effing did that. Spit that out. Spit that out. I'm thinking, you literally bet me $20 to do it. And then I didn't get paid. I got robbed. I literally got robbed. I ate a whole spoonful of dog food and I didn't get paid for it. Oh my god. True story, man. True story. Yeah, dog food is just horse meat, isn't it? I liked it and my parents thought it was funny. I mean, like, it sort of depends on the dog food. Like, dog biscuits, some dog biscuits are actually edible by humans. Like, some dog biscuits are okay to eat. But, like, all the raw meat stuff they have, like, out of tins, that stuff's not really good for you. Like, when we don't have digestive systems built to, like, you know, eat that sort of stuff. So, I guess it sort of depends. Like, Scooby snacks are for dogs, you know what I mean? And Shaggy eats them all the time. So it just sort of depends on what it is, in my opinion. I don't think just in general you should be forced to eat dog food. But like, it's definitely not as bad as it sounds if it's like also made for humans, you know? Whole Scooby snacks type of vibes. I ate a cricket off a dare. No, insects, okay. So insects are actually really good for you. The thing with insects is they have really good protein for their weight. So like, that you could eat like a whole handful of insects and it's actually really good source of protein. Yeah. Like, yeah, that's not a bad thing. And like, if you go to some other countries, they will serve like crickets and stuff, like fried crickets, like in parts of Asia. So it's like, that's not even that far out there, you know? And look, I've never eaten a bug, but I'd try it if I was overseas and it was disgusting. Like, I don't see a problem with that. You eat like a handful of bugs a day and you just feel stronger, you know, all that protein. Dude, why do I keep getting hit by the dumbest things? Yeah, and like in terms of bugs, like there's definitely worse things to eat in my opinion. You kicked the person who gave it to you in the knee. I mean, hey, look, if you think about it, they were giving you a big favor. My, this absolutely annoyed the hell out of me, right? So, a similar story, yeah? My auntie, she owns a bakery, and she doesn't get to visit us very often, but when she does, she's really cool. And she brings a whole lot of food from the bakery. And, she told me, like, I only found this out after I had eaten, like, half of them, right? But, she told me she left the, she had packed the car the day before she left, and she filled the container, like the esky up with a whole bunch of, like, donuts and stuff, like, just beautiful food. And apparently, when she left, she didn't realize that ants had gotten into it, so all the food had got covered in ants, and then my dad's just brushed it off and fed it to us. So I ate food, like donuts and stuff, that were just riddled with ants, like less than 12 hours ago. And my dad was just like, oh, yeah, there's no problem. It's like, bro, I don't want to be eating ants. I don't care if it won't kill me. I just didn't, like, at least tell me I was eating ants, you know what I mean? Man didn't say a thing. I guess he didn't want to waste it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't want to eat ants, bro. And I had like so many of them, man. They were so good. There was muffins, donuts, pies, like meat pies. There was so much good stuff. And apparently it was all riddled with ants, like less than 12 hours before I was eating it. Like, bruh. Kinda sad. They were really good pies though, I keep it a stack. They were actually low tier, like, top tier, sorry. Dude, why? This boss isn't even hard. My sister found a fly in a box of mac and cheese. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, when you think about how like a lot of processed food is constructed, it's all an assembly line and it's supposed to be a sterile environment, but like there's always going to be little bits that slip through the cracks. Like there's no perfect assembly line. There's no perfect way to manufacture something. There's always going to be issues somewhere down the line. Particularly if you're making like millions of a product, like eventually you're going to have defects. That's just a fact. And like there's protocols for countries to like monitor when they have defects. Like they'll have like one every, like I had a neighbor who worked at a lolly factory. And apparently like every 100 bags or something of lollies, they would just have to get rid of and destroy because it's like just for manufacturing like purposes, like quality of service or something like that. So it's just like, yeah, there's no perfect way to manufacture. On my desk without looking, and after I finished most of it, I saw a little ant crawling over it. Yeah, man, ants are quick. They're slippery little guys. I think ants are really cool. I've never had ants as like pets because you can get like glass boxes that have ants as pets. I've never had that, but like out of all like the sort of insects, I do think ants are probably some of the cooler ones. Like when you learn like all the cool facts about them, like how much they bench essentially, like they can lift up to 3 times their body weight. Like that's insane with how small they are. And like there's videos on YouTube, right, of ants like picking up like a whole dead bird, like just working together and picking up a whole dead bird and just carrying it like absolute champs. Like ants are actually pretty cool. I don't. Ants are actually pretty cool. Plus there's a cool movie called Ants and A Bug's Life. They're both really good films. They're like even more hype around ants. Tried keeping a fly as a pet? How would you even feed a fly? Every time I've like the idea around Pokemon low-key was like the creator of Pokemon used to keep like bugs as like pets, and that's where he got the idea for Pokemon, right? And I was a little bit similar. Like I would keep like little bugs in jars and stuff, and they would always die from suffocation. But like the problem with flies is they would end up just drowning themselves. Like you put out a cup of water and they literally go for a drink and just drown themselves. It's kind of sad. I gave her the chocolate egg. Oh, that's nice. If you cut the wings off a fly, does it become a walk? Real shower thoughts. But yeah. Flies, man. Flies can be really... The only time I really have a problem with a fly is if it's in my house at like the middle of the night and it won't shut up. That's the only time I'm like really against flies. Mosquitoes are probably worse, arguably.
This match will get red hot. And begin!
Speaking of like keeping animals as pets, I had a lot of dogs growing up. I had 5 dogs, well 6 altogether, but for the most part we always had 5 dogs in the house. And one Easter, the dogs got into like all the chocolate, and if you don't know, dogs are like really allergic to chocolate. Like they can have a little tiny bit, but if they have too much it like literally kills them. And they ate all of our chocolate. And we got home from wherever we were, I think we went to like an Easter market or something like that. And there was just wrappers everywhere. And like, for some reason, even though they're heavily allergic to it, they like it, which is really strange. But yeah, and I remember spending the rest of Easter in like a vet, and they would shoving like tablets down their throats to get them to throw up. And I remember watching these dogs, like these dogs are family, you know, like brother and sister type level. Like I love those dogs. And then just seeing them spew up like liters of liters of chocolate was so sad. Like, 1, because that was my chocolate, but 2, it was just like, these poor dogs didn't know what they were doing. They nearly killed themselves. We got really lucky that none of them died, in all honesty. Like, the vet did a really good job at force-feeding them these tablets, and you just see them, that they were, like, walking around the room, and then they just stopped walking, and they all look at each other. It was really sad. But no, it was a close call, man. Chocolate and dogs don't mix. But yet, they will eat it. Damn. I wasn't even prepared for that.
A brawl is surely brewing.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up. Is that up or down? Damn, I can never tell. Ow. Uh-oh. Damn, man. I wish I could control how much height I get off jumps.
Here's a real high-class belt. It's on.
Dude.
This match will get red hot. And begin.
I don't even remember having this much trouble with this flower, honestly, last time I played this. Damn it, I wasn't looking at him. Alright, this is good, this is good. What the hell did I hit? Oh my god, alright, I need to get, I'm getting the smoke bombs. I should have enough coins. I'm getting smoke bombs. Just so I can get some iframes. Welcome. No problems. You've got automatically parry. The first parry move is automatic. All you need to do is jump. Ooh. Or do I get the extra heart? I get the extra heart. Goodbye. That's a triangle, isn't it? Oh, smoke bombs are the extra heart. Smoke bombs. Smoke bombs for now, then the extra heart maybe later. Okay. Also, there we go. Save me changing it at the start every time. Regular.
This match will get red hot. Now go.
Alright, this is the one. Dude, as if that hit me. I'd like to launch a formal complaint. Oh my god, that thing hits me every time. Dude, what is that timing? How close was it? Oh, okay. It's still a little whiles away.
A great slam and then
That was a good run. Is just using my ult at the right time is like the big thing at the moment. That's just stupid.
good day for a swell battle. And begin.
Dude, it kind of looks like Mr. Burns when it does that, doesn't it? Thanks for the follow, Seagull Prince. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Oh my god, let Mr. Burns have an ass. Now that's all I can. Every time I see that thing now, it's Mr. Burns. I'm sorry.
You're up.
It's literally its name. It's Monty Burns. Oh my god. I just need to kill this thing, man. Come on. What hit me, man? Hey, Raina.
This match will get red hot. Now go.
Hello, Abby loves Chance. What's going on? Thank you for the follow. How are you, Abby? Oh my god. A baker's dozen right now? A bacon dozen of rolls or a bacon dozen of donuts? Low key, like donuts one of my favorite desserts, right? One of my favorite snack foods. We have a supermarket chain called Coles, and they sell a pack of 12 donuts. Yeah, a pack of 12 donuts. They're sugar-coated donuts for $3, a 12 pack. It is the best donuts I have had in a long time, and I am a donut connoisseur. I love a good donut. They are probably the best donuts you can get in the market right now in Australia. Coles name brand, sugar-filled donuts. Dude, they are so good. It's crazy. It's like it's not legal how good they are. It can't be, and they're so cheap as well, $3. Usually if you go to something like Donut King or Krispy Kremes, I think is like the more universal one. You're making me hungrier. Dude, nah, listen, Uber Eats some bloody donuts, man. I think that's fine. I see no shame in Uber eating some donuts. But like, we have Donut King, Wendy's, and Krispy Kremes. They're like the 3 main donut chains in Australia. A donut from them is like $3 just for one. But the donuts you get from Coles, no name brand, 12 pack, sugar coated. Oh my god, man. For $3, it's like ridiculously well priced, and they taste amazing. You'd never know they were cheap. You'd never know that the quality is that good. And like all the Coles stuff, they have their own bakery in-house a lot of the time with a lot of Coles, so it's all fresh, made the morning. It's insane. Like, if you can't get them like later on in the night. You have to go there early in the morning to pick them up because everybody just buys them. Everybody knows how good they are. Dude, I love the music, man. As a music teacher that studied jazz, this stuff swings so good. It's just so good. Oh, it's so nice. I want to keep playing the game, but I also want to keep listening to the music. You know what I mean? The MK theme. Hey Will, what's going on, man? I love the King Die song. Dude, all the music in this is such a... I love it so much. I just wish I finished the game. Alright, this is like as far as I've ever gone in this game, so let's go. Just vibing in some DMZ with mates. Yeah. So do you like DMZ mode or not? Like, it's pretty easy. That's not too bad. Like, you can literally just go in there with your fists and come out swinging. Yeah. If it had more risk reward, like if you actually lost something, it would be good. In the golden age of animation. I mean, it was definitely a turning point for animation. Previously to like cartoon animation, everything was stop motion. And stop motion was notoriously expensive and notoriously time consuming. So yeah, this really was, this like 50s, 40s cartoon animation was definitely a turning point. Not just for like animation, but TV in general. Particularly kids media as well. My mates and I play, we do the mission things. Yeah, I don't even do the missions, man. I literally go in and just kill players and then leave. I have more fun killing players than I do the actual missions. But like, this is what I said about DMZ, right? They have a currency in the, oh my god, they have a currency in the game, there's money. If you had it so that you have to use that money to buy loadouts and buy weapons and buy weapon attachments, it would actually be a really good game. Like, you have a stash full of money and everything, it would be really good. But it doesn't have any of that. If it had that sort of stuff, it would be like, oh my god, I hit the thing. It would be like top tier. But it just doesn't have any risk reward. It's more of a just like turn your brain off type game mode. What's DMZ? So, it's a demilitarized zone. It's the Call of Duty mode that released with Modern Warfare. It's released with Warzone. So it's like you have Warzone, the Battle Royale, and then you have the DMZ mode. The best way to describe it is sort of like Tarkov, where you load onto a map and you have like missions you have to do, and you got to do those missions, but there's also like 30 other players on the map as well that can kill you. That's essentially the game mode. It's fun, but it's just, it needs a little bit more. It needs a little bit more risk reward, like Tarkov does. Then it would be really good. And unironically, it's less buggy than Warzone. Like, I run into so many bugs when I'm playing Warzone, but DMZ is like a lot. I don't know if it's just because it's a simpler game or what, but like, it's just so much less buggy. It's free if you want to give it a go, free to play. You just have to download Warzone on Steam, and it'll come up. We've played it a little bit before on stream, but you might not remember. If you want to do some duos, Will, later, let me know. I got a feeling like I'm not going to be able to use my ult here. Yeah. Bot has voice acting. It does?
Here's a real high-class bout. It's on.
Oh, do you mean like bots in COD? What? Damn. But the newest Pokemon game doesn't. Oh, yeah, none of the original Pokemon games do. What other games do you play? Pretty much whatever I can afford. I'll just keep it a sec. Like, I just finished playing Elden Ring Randomizer mod. Sometimes I'll play some PS2 games. Like, there's that. If I have a teammate or something, I might play some Warzone. I don't play Breath of the Wild purely because I don't have a Nintendo Switch. But yeah, I pretty much play whatever. I'd like to play Dark Souls at some point, but I need it for it to go on special. I can't afford it as it is. But if you want to see games I've played in the past, ! YouTube, there's pretty much a good little catalogue of just a few other games. It really just depends. Oh, Breath of the Wild. Sorry, yeah, no, I understand now. That's my bad. That's my bad. I mean, what was the other Zelda game that had those really cursed animations? You know what I'm talking about? It became like a meme. I'll see if I can pull up an image. But yeah, in terms of like what games, ! YouTube is pretty much what I've been playing lately, but I'm really just looking for things to play. But I haven't really had a whole lot of money to buy said games. Like, Dark Souls 3 is like 70 bucks. CDI games, like emulate them. Oh, CDI games, that's a thing, yeah. So hopefully that answers the question. I'm pretty much playing everything at the moment. Everything I can get my hands on. If it's free on Epic, I'll play it, you know. Every single line. Dude, I'd never played it, but I know the memes from it, man. I know the memes. Oh, do you know that? Actually, I'll pause it real quick. The best one is like, hold on, what is it called? Ray tracing. Yeah, this one. This thing.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies. Sorry, Link. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little, richer.
Oh my god. It's so cursed, man.
Thank you for 80,000 subscribers. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it?
It's so cursed, man. I love it. I never even played it, but I know the meme, man. That's how you know you've got something special. If you've never heard of it, or you don't know what it is, but you know the memes. There's something so beautiful in its ugliness, you know what I mean? Something so beautiful in its ugliness. Damn. Okay, I'm just resetting.
A brawl is surely brewing. It's on.
Dude, I pressed triangle, what?
Good day for a swell battle.
Good day for a swell battle. It's on! Dude, I keep mistiming it. I gotta wait a little bit.
Here's a real high class.
When I see smoke, that's when I can do it.
You're up.
Oh my god, I suck so much.
This match will get red hot.
Alright, here we go. Dude, those smoke bombs came in so clutch just then. Exclamation mark wish list. Yeah. So if somebody buys me a game, assuming it's appropriate for stream, 100% I'll play it. Even if I hate it, I'll play it. Low key. Sometimes I get more enjoyment out of games I hate than you'd think. Yeah, I know it works. I just had to make it public. It wasn't public for some reason. But yeah, sort of desperate for content on the channel at the moment. You need to emulate it, you reckon? The problem with Zelda games is like I've never really been interested in them. So I played, what was that Zelda game for? I don't know. I played not Ocarina of Time, the one with the mask, Majora's Mask. I played the DSi version of that. Well, not DSi version of that. I played the 3DS version of that because I have a 3DS, and it was like kind of a snore. I reckon I'd like Breath of the Wild though, but like all the really old Zelda games just have too much reading, man. It's the same thing with Pokemon. There's just so much reading, and like I suck at reading as it is. Maybe it would be a good learning experience, like I could actually learn to read properly, but like I don't know. Do people really want to watch me sit through like an hour's worth of texts and reading them out loud? It could be kind of painful for everybody involved. But no, I mean, I could emulate it. You're not wrong. What? Try to use my ult. Dude, the sax going off in the background. It's so sexy. Crap. Hey, is that it? It's not it. So many Dude, everybody played Nintendogs and Nintencats. Everybody played that. This is kind of sad, but the only reason I actually got a 3DS was so I could play Kingdom Hearts Stream Drop Destin. That was the only reason I got it. So I actually, till this day, I still have my 3DS, but I've only got 2 games for it. I've got Majora's Mask. Crap. I've got Majora's Mask and, what's it called? Kingdom Hearts. They're the only 2 games. I actually have it here. There, hold on. What's that? This is my 3DS. Here it is. Hello. It still works and everything. I just don't play it. Because like I said, I only got 2 games. And then, yeah. Kingdom Hearts in the background. And then just for bonus points, fellas. Just for bonus points, check this out. Game Boy Advanced Micro. How cool's that? Not many of these left. And an original Pokemon Sapphire cartridge as well in the back. Not a whole lot of these around anymore. It still works, it just needs a charger. And the it's got the, I'm not gonna take it off, but it's got the black face on it. What's it called? Not blackface, the black cover, that's the word. So yeah, a couple of those. All the Mario Karts are pretty solid. I feel a little bit disappointed that Mario Kart for, like, usually they have the thing with Nintendo is they pretty much just redo the same thing every console. Like every time they release a new console, they'll release the exact same Mario games. But for some reason, they didn't release a new Mario Kart. They just re-released Mario Kart 7 for the Switch, and I feel like that's kind of a letdown. Like, the Mario Kart 7 was originally released on what, the Wii U? Like, I don't know. Like, something I'm super critical about with Nintendo, and like, I always get flack for this because Nintendo fanboys are like some of the worst. Like, I love PlayStation, and I'll ride the long, thick penis of PlayStation till the day I die. But I'll recognize issues with PlayStation. But Nintendo fanboys just can't do that. And the biggest issue I have with Nintendo, that I get all this slack for, is the fact that they just do the exact same thing over and over again. Like, they just need new IPs, man. They don't make any new IPs. It's always just Mario. And you know what? Mario is a good franchise, and they make good Mario games. But it's just like, do something different, maybe? Even PlayStation do something new. Like, after the PS2 ended, they stopped doing Jak and Daxter, and they started making something else. Like, yeah, Mario Kart's good, but how long are you gonna ride that for, man? Like, make something else. Now, Mario Kart 7 was for the, it was for the Wii U. The Wii U is a completely different console, believe it or not, than the Wii U. They're two very different things, despite being the exact same name. There is one for the Wii too. I imagine so.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
Dude, did you actually enjoy the Wii though? Be real, like the actual console of the Wii. Did you actually enjoy it? Because the only game I remember that was any good on the Wii was Wii Sports, and everything else was kind of bad. Once the novelty wore off, it just sort of sucked. What is a Wii U anyway? Okay, so, how do I explain this? The Wii was an overwhelming success with sales, for the Switch, for Nintendo. So when the PlayStation 3 came out and everything like that, they needed to make a new console to keep up. So they created a Wii U. And the Wii U is essentially a Wii, except you know how like you have the Switch, you have a hand console? So there's the Wii box, and then the Wii U is like the actual controller, and the controller has a screen on it. The issue is, the issue with the Wii U is nobody knew it was actual console. Nobody knew it was a brand new console. Everyone just thought it was an extension of the Wii. So this is the Wii U. You got the Wii console and then the Wii U. And this is the Wii U altogether, by the way. Nobody realized that there was a new console. Everybody thought it was just like an extra. But yeah, it was a completely new console they made, and nobody bought them. Nobody bought them. Wii Sports was great, though. Wii Sports was great, but like, I struggle to think of any other games on the Wii that were actually S tier. Like, Wii Sports was it. And there was only like 6 mini games on the Wii Sports. Call of Duty sucked on the Wii. I've seen gameplay of it, looked like ass. Like, yeah, I just can't think of any games that were actually really good. Maybe Wii Carnival, Wii Sports Carnival or whatever it was, but like, that's just mini games. There's no like, really good games. So I kind of had to enjoy it, yeah. I mean, I had PS2, PS3, PS1. I never had a PS4, but I ended up getting a PC. That being said, like, yeah, my issue with the Wii was once the novelty wore off, because you gotta remember, when the Wii was being marketed, it was marketed as like gaming, but for fitness, like it's a fitness thing. And when you realize, like, when you play games, people want to play it to relax. People don't want to like get up and down and like run, jump, swing and whatever. So it's like, it just gets really annoying after a while, and the novelty wears off. Like, if you try to relax playing a Wii game, you end up just sweating. You know what I mean? So I think that's sort of why it like just sort of sucked. But if it's all you had, like, it's fine. The Wii actually had really good, I don't know if it's really good, but you used to be able to emulate a lot of old Nintendo games on the Wii. So I don't know if it's still the same. But yeah, you used to be able to, people, and like, it used to have, GameCube compatibility. You used to be able to chuck a GameCube in there, old Wii. Like the original Wii units used to come with GameCube compatibility. So you could play like Wind Waker or whatever on the Wii. Which arguably the GameCube games are probably better than the majority of Wii games that were ever created. The Wii suffered something similar to what PlayStation 2 suffered. It was just so easy and cheap for companies to make games for the Wii U that the overall quality of games just deteriorated into cheap garbage. Like, the PlayStation 2 had the same thing. The PlayStation 2 had, like, a lot of standout games for sure, like Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, Kingdom Hearts, like, stacks of them. But because the games were so cheap and there were so many of them, there's so many garbage games. The Ice Age Meltdown for the GameCube is probably one of my favorite. I never played it, so I never had a GameCube. Like I said, I ride the long schlong of PlayStation. And I pretty much have for my whole life until I turned 18. I got myself a PC. But yeah, no, I can definitely stand around the mentality that GameCube had significantly better games than the Wii did. Like, yeah, just a fact. It's called shovelware. Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. And like this, another thing that's really susceptible to that as well is the Steam store. Go to the early access section, man, or just go to like. It's really bad. Like Moist Critical covers that sort of stuff all the time. He loves it. He can't get enough of it. And I'm in the same boat as well. I think that sort of stuff is hilarious. It was a 5. Oh, you were 5. Sorry. Like I said, I'm like double focusing. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I was born in 1998. So when I was 4, oh no. When the PS1 came out, the PS1 came out like 97, right? So I don't know when the GameCube came out. It sort of came out like before the PlayStation 2, but after the PlayStation 1, right? Dude, I'm so bad at this game. I will say, if there's any, like, say, the strange thing is, like, I consider the GameCube retro the same way I consider the PS2 retro now, just because of the times. So I could easily go back and play a GameCube game or a PS1 game. Easy. In 94? Really? Or was that the Japanese release or the worldwide release? Because sometimes the Japanese release is different to the worldwide release. 94 is still super early, though. Jesus. I didn't think it was that late. Sorry, not early. Surely it was a couple years behind the rest of the world, yeah? Like, they released it in Japan way earlier than they did anywhere else. Dude. Yeah.
A brawl is surely brewing. It's on.
Oh my god, why do I suck?
This match will get red hot. And begin.
I will say, while we're talking about consoles and the fattest Ls I've ever had, the best, like the worst best L any console has ever faced is when the when PlayStation launched the PS3 for like $700 or something. PlayStation is 38 years and 2 days old. Oh, well there you go. PlayStation's such a big part of like people my age and even a little bit of my dad's age, because my dad was the one who started playing. He was the one who got the PlayStation for himself. Like, those sorts of consoles are such a big part of people's life. Like so much of, I have so many memories from my childhood just playing PlayStation. And like, you know, older people would say that like that's a waste, but like I don't regret it a second. Like the stories that were on PlayStation 1 and like PlayStation 2, the games, the stories, Ratchet and Clank, that stuff is all so like so much memory. PS3 with $4.99. Yeah, didn't they have like a huge model? Like everybody complained about the yeah, $5.99. There we go. And that's USD from memory as well. Everybody complained about that. They absolutely got rolled. But like yeah, dude, like people would say like you just wasted a whole bunch of time playing, like you wasted your childhood playing these games. Like, I know, man, you don't understand the impact those stories had on me. Like Kingdom Hearts, at least the first one, the story in that was such a deep, like it wasn't a deep story, but it was just such a heartwarming story, you know? And like the memories I have of playing split screen PS2 games, like any split screen racing game, or like WWE like 2019 SmackDown versus Raw, whatever, dude, playing my friends against that, or Royal Rumble, like 30-man Royal Rumble, as like, who would I play? Undertaker or, oh, what was it called? Mark Henry's? Dude, that stuff was intense, man. That stuff's intense. Like, I don't think that's a waste at all, man. Those are good memories that I'll have with the rest of my life. Like, I learned so much about how to play with other people and how to communicate. I watched Monster House do it. Oh, dude, Monster House is such a good movie as well. So underrated, man. So underrated. In terms of like children's horror films, which is essentially what that is, so underrated. It's so good. And like, that's just another thing, man. The PlayStation 2 was also a DVD player. So yeah, it's insane. PlayStation 2 was just like, it was literally the perfect household console. It was literally perfect. It was relatively powerful. It was doubled as a DVD player. It was, well, not so much the first one, the first iteration, the fat PS2, but like they had PS2 Slims and they came in like all different colors. Like, it was just the perfect console. It was a perfect console. And like, such an underrated feature was the memory card thing. Like, yeah, you had to have a memory card to save your games, but you could literally go to your mate's house with your memory card and pick up exactly where you left off, like nothing had ever happened. Like, you can't really do that nowadays, you know? Like, memory cards were actually probably one of the greatest innovations ever to gaming. Low key. It's so good, man. Memory cards, so underrated. Oh, and the cheesiest thing was like, I remember this, right? You would get your mate's memory card, you would boot up the game with using your mate's memory card, load in, and then you would hot swap the memory cards around, and then you could literally save over your current file with your mates. So you literally could just like literally transfer save files. It was so good and so easy. Shadow scared me. Oh my god. Nah, the thing that scared me was when they found her in the cemetery, like under the house, just buried in concrete. It's like everybody sort of just skips over the fact that's a dead body. The man's just got a dead body in his basement and no one's saying anything about it. Yeah. Yeah, no, Monster House is definitely one of the better kids' horror films, man.
Here's a real high-class bout. Now go.
Shit.
This match will get red hot. You're up.
This boss has way too many stages, man. Alright. The effects were great. I mean, the animation hasn't aged too well. The animation for Monster House hasn't aged too well. I've watched it like 2 years ago. So it's like not too far off. But it's still a good film. Like, it still looks fine. I don't think, like, my brother is 14, yeah? I don't think he's sitting down to watch Monster House with me anytime, but like, I can still watch it with mates. The way the house moved, oh yeah, no. When the house starts like growing arms, like it turns the trees into arms and everything, oh my god. Ugh. I will say, it had the best plot twist, man. The fact that the old man, low-key. The fact that the old man was actually like a really good guy and he was trying to protect all the kids. The fact that was the plot twist, dude. The feels, man. That was the best plot twist ever. That was such a good plot twist. It was framed to be the bad guy the whole time, and then they show you he's got like a literal dead body in his basement, right? But it turns out the whole time he was trying to protect the kids because his crazy wife was trying to kill everybody. It was so sad. It was such a good twist. It was so like for kid me, that was so unexpected. It was so unexpected. Even the flashback was sad, man. Even the flashback was sad. Oh, gripping. Truly great piece of kid media. Oof, I only just missed that. Damn, I gotta start using the dash. He was trapped for 45 years. Yeah, but like, a part of that is just like, he was in love with her as well. Like, I think, like, I don't know, maybe, I always figured like, because he loved her so much and he didn't want to let go of her, that's why her spirit was like sort of kept there. Like, he didn't get rid of the body, you know what I mean? He kept it there because he loved her so much, and that's why her spirit was sticking around. That's how I always interpreted it. The fact she just died and he didn't say anything.
Here's a real high class.
Oh my god, man. It's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, like, it's still sad. Like, the old man. Yeah. I always interpreted, like, because he loved her so much and he, like, sort of just kept the mural to the body, like, it's sort of just, that's why her spirit was in the house. HD completed the house, did it?
A brawl is surely brewing.
Oh, he completed the house. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. He completed the house with her under it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I thought you meant HD is like the HD release Monster House completed them. Yeah. It's sad, man. It's still kind of a spooky mentality. Oh, dude. This is rough. My hands are hurting because of this controller. Get off my nuts. How did that hit me? Oh my god, man.
A great slam and then it's on.
She was a circus attraction. Yeah, I found that really sad because they never really specified what about her. Like, she was obviously very large, right? But they didn't specify why she was necessarily an attraction, like a circus attraction, because even her intelligence was questionable, you know? Because she would barely be able to speak full sentences and stuff. So it's like, that was something I never really... Like, what was the attraction? Was it the fact that she was overweight, or did she have some sort of disability that went further beyond that? They never really specified that. They just said, like... And obviously, you have perspective bias. The story is being told by the old man, and he loved her, so obviously he wouldn't mention, like, what sort of it was. All she wanted was a normal life, yeah. And then, like, she dies, and then becomes a house. Like, that's so far from normal. Really, it's one of those movies that has no winners, man, I swear. It's one of those movies that have no winners. At most, you could argue that the man finally moved on, but like, he literally killed his wife for a second time. He literally watched his wife die twice. Like, that's kind of... Like, nobody wins that, man. Nobody wins that at all. Damn it. Dude, I messed up again. His house and his wife, yeah. Unironically, yeah. When she dies, she takes the house with her. That's one really messy divorce, man. That's one real messy divorce.
A brawl is surely brewing.
And like you gotta forget, there's that whole not subtext. There's that whole part where he was literally in the war. He literally fought in World War I or something as well. So he's not only a widow to a haunted house, he's also a war vet, man. That's why he's got the explosives and stuff, right? He was in the war. So it's like he's just a sad character. And they just that's why it's so sad when they reveal that he's actually like a really nice guy. And like he doesn't even have kids of his own either. Like, oh, the movie is so sad. How was that greenlit for a kids film, man? Should have been rated MA as far as I'm concerned. Like that is on every level an adult film. Uh-oh. Damn it. Oh. I literally just got sniped, man.
Now go.
Yeah. Still though, like my favorite, like Monster House is great. Like I don't think I've never met anybody that's disputed that. Like it is just a really good kids horror film, right? But like my favorite film of all time my favorite kids film at least, will always be Toy Story 2, man. Toy Story 2 hits different. It's sort of a shame they keep like spitting on it. Dude, what they're doing to the Toy Story series, man, I can't help but just close my eyes to it. It's really just like, Toy Story 4 was shocking. I don't know anybody who enjoyed that film. I genuinely don't know anybody who enjoyed it. It was so bad. It literally took everything I loved about Toy Story and just sort of spat on it. Yeah. So I don't like the direction Toy Story is going. They're still making like Toy Story 5 or something. Like Toy Story 5 is still very much a thing. Like it's not even gonna have, it's gonna have like next to none of the original cast. Like what's the point? Like Toy Story, I like Toy Story 3, that was fine. I have no problem with Toy Story 3, and I think honestly, Toy Story 3, good conclusion to the series. That would have been perfectly fine if they kept it as a 3-piece, but dude, Toy Story 4 and now soon Toy Story 5, I can't get around it. It was such a good 3-piece, man. Dude, why am I so bad? Ugh. Alright, I'm taking a break from this guy. I'm doing someone else. I'm doing someone else. We'll come back. We'll come back. A brawl is surely brewing. Hey, it's a genie. Okay, bad start, but we're fine, we're fine.
This one will get red hot.
It's a rough start.
And begin.
Dude, it's such a weird hitbox when you're in this. My head like flips into things. Are you kidding me? That's so unfair. Remember Monsters Inc? Yeah, the original Monsters Inc was good. The plot twist where it's like, what's the chick? I'm watching you, Wazowski. Always watching. The thing, like, the weird thing that I never realized was she was like an undercover agent the whole time, and it's only revealed at the end. Like, there's no like, it's sort of foreshadowed with the whole, I'm watching you, Wazowski. Like, that's foreshadowing, right? Because she was literally watching them, because she's a secret agent, or a spy at least. But now, Monsters Inc. was good, man. All the OG, like, Disney Pixar films are just really good. They're really, really good. And, like, the best part about them was they were all on video. So I used to be able to watch them all the time in my parents' room on the VCR. Like, before we had a DVD player. Yeah. It's a shame about Monsters University, though. The ending makes me cry every time. Oh, when he says goodbye to Boo, or whatever her real name is, because I don't know if they give her a real name. Yeah, no, it's sad. Definitely not the saddest ending ever, though, for a Disney Pixar movie. Get in there, son! What is this? Oh, it's me! Ow! Damn, it didn't parry it properly. Is that last stage? Second last stage, okay. What's the saddest Disney ending? Saddest Disney ending. It's a good question. Hold on. Disney animated movies. This is a good question, right? Aladdin? No. Not Pinocchio, Fantasia? No. Not Bambi? Not Hercules? Not Lilo? Nah, Lilo's no. I mean, they all sort of come around by the end, don't they? I struggle to think of any that are just like real doom and gloom. Like, Toy Story 3 had a really sad ending, but it was a really wholesome ending as well. Like, they said goodbye to Andy. Like, Toy Story 3 is I struggle to think of any that just, like, end with everything, like, upside down. The Dumbo ending is kind of, like, ambiguous, isn't it, a little bit? I don't know. I guess from that list I just saw, I think Toy Story 3. That's Disney Pixar, though. Like, what films have everybody lose, you know? I think Disney are more about, like, the happy ending type deal. Can we, like, I know it's DreamWorks Animation, but can we all just take a second to reflect that, the ending to Shrek is literally the guy getting eaten by a dragon? Can we just take a moment to remember that the ending to that movie is literally someone getting eaten alive? And that is not a good thing, and everybody's just okay with it? In the middle of a church, in a royal wedding? And everyone just starts clapping? That's how that movie ends, just in case anybody forgot. That's how that ends. And we're all just sort of okay with that. Nobody was ever like, oh yeah, nah, that's probably not really appropriate for kids. The part when Jessie tells her backstory is so sad. I know. And that's in Toy Story 2. And the music for Toy Story is really good as well. And particularly I don't know the exact name of it, the song, but on my phone it's just Jessie theme. And like, that's such a good song, man. I listen to that song and it's just instant feels. It's just instant feels, man. Such a beautiful soundtrack. Such a beautiful song as well. Like, even without the context of the film, you listen to that song and you're like, there's a sad story being told here. Like, you just instantly know. Yeah, when she loved... When every hour spent together... I can't hit it, it's too high. when she loved me. Oh, so good. Even without the movie, man, you listen to that song and like that's something you can only get with music, is just feeling things through sound. It's only through music, man. You hear that song, you know it's a sad song. Oh, dude, it's so good. Low-key, the reason why Toy Story 2 I like better than Toy Story 1 is actually because of Jessie. I like Jessie's character so much.
This one will get red hot.
Literally, that is the only reason why I love Toy Story 1. I love Toy Story 2. But when push comes to shove and I have to pick a favorite, Toy Story 2 just has more characters. And it has Jessie. Like, there's more to love in Toy Story 2 than there is Toy Story 1. Like, I don't even think that's a controversial take. Like, if you had to pick between 1 and 2, both are brilliant films, right? Both are brilliant. But Toy Story 2 has more. It has more. That's the thing. It just has more. And that's why it's always number 1 in my list. Might be second made, but number 1 on my book. Alright. Redheads because of her hair. Yeah, dude, I still have like all my toys. I have a lot of Toy Story toys. I have some in my apartment, but I have more at my dad's house. And yeah, Jessie's red hair, man, it was something else. It was something else. She was quite literally a fiery redhead. Like, that was her whole personality. It's kind of funny in hindsight. Dude, you know what was so underrated about Toy Story though? The like, they didn't have to do it, but they did. When they're running the credits and they have all like the deleted scenes. Dude. and then one of the deleted scenes, like during the ending credits for Toy Story 2, is Stinky Pete talking to like a couple Barbie dolls, bro. Like he's and it insinuates like, hey, if you sleep with me, I'll get you the job. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh my god, it was the funniest thing, and I never realized growing up that that's what that discussion was. But he's like, hey, I'll get you this job if you know. Like, it's in a kid's film, man. In the box, yeah, exactly, in the box. Oh god. Dude, they didn't, and the crazy thing is they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to have those, like, deleted scenes, but they did. And the funny thing is, when you really think about it, they weren't deleted scenes because they would have had to animate them and voice act them. So they were scripted deleted scenes. Oh, it's just so good, man. It's so good. Oh, and like, another one of those closing scenes for Toy Story 2 is when Mrs. Potato Head is packing bloody Mr. Potato Head, and all the crap falls out. Oh, we're rolling. Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good, man. Those deleted scenes, just another perfect example of the film, man. Just another perfect example of why it's S tier. Oh, it's so good. Oh, man. Damn it, is that last stage after that? No, I'm only halfway, you kidding? Oh, it's so good, man. So many little things about that film, it's... It's gonna be kind of hype, man. It's gonna be kind of hype just thinking about it. I sort of want to watch Toy Story again, man. I usually watch, like, I'll keep it stacked. I probably watch Toy Story once a year at least. And I'm probably gonna watch it again. I haven't no, I've watched it this year, actually. I watched it this year. Cars mock movies? Do you mean like the Cars movies? Because the Cars movies were kind of L. Oh, you're a toy car? Oh. You mean like the, what's it called? The RC car. Hold on. I'm trying to not die to little kittens. Dude, why did Toy Story have to be so perfect, man? Why did it have to be so perfect? And why did Toy Story 4 have to ruin everything? Why did Toy Story 4 have to ruin everything? Oh, the Cars franchise? Yeah. Now, Cars like fell off. Cars 1 was alright, yeah? And then I never saw Cars 2, Cars 3, or whatever. It just sort of seemed like it fell off. Don't spoil. I won't. I'm just saying they kind of fell off. Oh my god, I missed. You know what I've never actually seen? Any of the Disney remakes. You haven't seen Toy Story 4? Dude, just don't worry about it. Toy Story 3 was the perfect conclusion in my book, man. Perfect conclusion. Don't worry about it. It'll just make you upset. Toy Story 4 will make you upset for the wrong reasons. I promise you that. Don't watch it. If you like Toy Story, don't watch it. Don't watch it. You will be disappointed and saddened by how everything turns out. And they're making a Toy Story 5 as well, which means they're straying even further from God's image. You know what I mean? Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. With each installment after 3, they stray away further and further from God's grace. And there's no changing my mind on that, man. Why? Because of the direction they take it. So a lot of the cast disappear. Like after what's it called? After Toy Story 3, right? A lot of, like, even during Toy Story 3, there's a lot of new members to the cast, but there's a lot of them from the original 1 and 2 days that just left, right? They're not in the film. And 3 has such a good conclusion, you know, the toys find a brand new owner and everything like that. And then, like, I can't not spoil the film for you if I tell you why Toy Story 4 sucks. All I'll say is the ending is just such a major disappointment. And the future of the franchise will never be the same. And a lot of the people that make the franchise, like a lot of the characters, aren't there. There's 6 Home Alone movies. Yeah, dude, Home Alone was like such a popular film. Like the original one is huge. They still play it on TV. Like, they play it on free-to-air TV in Australia, like every year. The Home Alone films were huge. Why do you think Macaulay Culkin was like? He was probably one of the biggest child movie actors ever. Like, those films blew him up. The man never has to work a day in his life because of those films. It's like, yeah. Look at how it's similar to the Malcolm in the Middle gang. Look at how much they made per episode. They were all in like $1 million an episode. He was actually 30 years old. Yeah. I mean, they're just such simple films. Like, they're very creative for kids, and like they have a little bit of something for the parents, you know? So they can just sort of stand around the test of time. In the same degree, I hold like the Grinch, the Jim Carrey's Grinch film, like that's my favorite. That's like, I'm not a big Christmas guy, but that is my favorite Christmas film. It's so good. It's so good. Jim Carrey just does so well. Like, it's the role he was designed to play, man. It's amazing. It's the same as Home Alone. Like, they're just the perfect amount of creativity, a good amount of action. There's plenty there for the kids to enjoy. There's plenty there for the adults to enjoy. It's just a great film. And you could watch them every year. Like, I probably watch The Grinch every year because it's on TV every year. Oof, direct hit on that. That's huge. The Polar Express every year. Yeah, see, that's another Tom Hanks film. I never really liked Polar Express growing up. It was kind of boring for me. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate it a little bit more. And then, like, the fact you realize, like, every character is played by Tom Hanks as well. Like, literally every character. You know, I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan. So, like, I slept on Polar Express for a long time, but as I've gotten older, I've sort of come to enjoy it. I think just when I was a kid, I didn't really understand, like, why it was a good film or anything like that. I think I just matured a little bit, and, like, once I realized how much I love Tom Hanks, it sort of changed everything. Oh. Hey, we did it. Let's go. Let's go, man. Woo. Yeah, I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan. Low-key. Like, he's literally Woody. He's literally the voice of Woody. For all those who truly believe. Well, yeah, I mean, there's this, I watched a theory video about the Polar Express, and that's probably where, like, I started to actually understand it. Like, there's a whole theory that, like, everybody is Santa or something like that, some garbage. Like, you just look up YouTube, Polar Express conspiracy theories, or just theory in general. But, like, I think the thing with that is, like, I was never really, I've never been a real Christmas person, you know? And, like, the whole believing in Santa thing, like, when I was a lot younger, I was just like, now I understand, it's just fun for kids. But when I was a kid, the whole believing in Santa thing was just kind of annoying. It's like, no, if I give someone a present, I want them to know it's from me and not from some schmuck, you know? Some dude. You know, and that's probably why, like I said, I never really got around Christmas. But, like, now I understand it a little bit more, and I understand why things are done the way they are, like, with Santa and everything. Like, I get it, Yeah. That's why I think, like, The Grinch is, like, it's a Christmas movie, but it's a Christmas movie from the perspective of someone who hates Christmas, and that's why I love it. Like, yeah, he loves Christmas in the end, you know, his heart grows 3 times bigger that day or whatever it is. But yeah. Polar Express, snore. Wait, do I shoot this or the building? Shoot that, okay. I'll shoot in the building. Okay, I guess I teleport through him. Oh my god, there's jelly beans that come after your ass. The main character's a homeless guy and the conductor. Yeah, but they're all voiced by Jim Carrey, aren't they? Oh, not Jim Carrey. They're all voiced by Tom Hanks, all those characters. The conductor, Santa, the homeless guy that lives on top of the train. They're all Tom Hanks. Damn it. Oh, it's a gumball. Dude, I made that jump, man. How can a homeless guy own a train? I mean, like I said, the movie's kind of weird. And little me didn't understand it. And I'll be honest, I don't understand a whole lot of it today. Yeah, the only reason I like that film now is because of Tom Hanks. And the roles he plays in it. No other reason. I don't even think I like the animation of it. The art style, I can't really say I'm a fan of it. Uh-oh. Still want to know? Hey man, YouTube is a great resource for finding out wacky conspiracy theories and like what movies actually mean. There's nothing better than a good video essay on YouTube. Like, there's so many great creators out there as well for video essays. Definitely as I've got older, man, just like hour-long video essays or hour-long podcasts on like just random garbage has definitely become like my main like type of feed in terms of consuming content. That and just like gaming on Twitch. Like, it's either I'm watching a podcast or listening to a podcast at least, watching a video essay on YouTube, or just watching someone play a game that I suck at on Twitch. Like, that's pretty much what I consume nowadays. I don't even watch TV, man. Film theories? Film theories are good, but not like film theories from like the, what's your name? Like, you know, the game theorizer or the game theorist, Matt, whatever his name is? Like, those film theories kind of suck. But like, the really dark, scary, like there's a creator called, Blame It On George. Super cool Like he does like really spooky conspiracy theories and like lost media and stuff. I suggest you check it out. It's really cool. Like that sort of stuff is cool, but like I'm not really a fan of like Matt Pat's film theories. But yeah, Blame It on George. He does some really cool stuff. I always recommend that. It's just like a spooky kind of like road to go down. And it's so easy to get lost in it. It's so fun. Like, I remember when I was in high school, so we're talking about 2015, right? 2015. There was a video series on his channel dedicated to lost movie... Like, no, it was, it's like weirdest or scariest childhood theories for children's television or something like that. And it goes through, like, all these theories for, like, Rugrats and stuff like that. It's really, really good video. I don't know how well it's aged. But yeah, no, that sort of stuff, man, like all the spooky stuff, all the really dark and scary, that stuff's cool. Yeah, Blame It on George, man. I actually watched one of his videos last night, one of his newer ones, on Sesame Street. Of the Ring Around the Rosie. The interpretation I got from that was, well, not the interpretation I got, the interpretation I was told was it was about a whole bunch, like, settlers would get an indigenous population really, really high and then throw them into a fire. Ring a Rosie, a pocket full of posy, a tissue, we all fall down. And they fall, like, the ring a Rosie, round fire, pocket full of posy is a drug, and then they toss them into the fire as them falling down. But I'm sure there's different interpretations. That's just the one I got told growing up. But I'm pretty sure like a lot of old nursery rhymes and stuff like that are messed up. Alright, do we find this guy now? What? Oh! Oh! Surely she's nearly dead, yeah? Like you'd think. Damn it, how close was I? How close? Oh! The original version is tied to the Black Death in Europe. Yeah, I imagine there's multiple iterations of it. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, God forbid somebody use the original version of Eeny, Meeny, Money, Mo. Like, oh my Christ. I remember when my grandfather started saying the original version of that song, and I was like, there's no way. Rashes the Persian would be the rashes. Okay, yeah, no, it definitely makes sense. I can understand that. But dude, all those old nursery rhyme stuff, like, Jesus, they have some dark meanings. And what's worse is like they're always sung by kids. They're always sung by kids, man. But yeah, the original Eeny, Meeny, Money, Mo, man. My grandfather told me that, and I heard him singing it to me. It was just like, wait, that's how that actually goes? Like, bro, literally, like, God forbid I say that. Jesus Christ. There's some gamer words in that song, if you know what I mean. Flowers to cover me, smell of death. I mean, didn't the Black Death literally kill like 2/3 of the population or something? What was it? Ashes, we all fall down. See, I always heard a tissue, we all fall down. But it makes sense. Like, usually when things are passed by ear, like oral training is what we call it, like oral, things get changed over time. It's still messed up though, like, the fact these nursery rhymes have such scary, dark meanings, and they're sung by kids, typically. Or taught in schools. Burning dead bodies, yeah. I mean, that's what they would do with the plague. Like, they had no idea what was causing it or whatever. They just knew that if they burnt bodies, maybe they'd be safe. And with the amount of dead bodies they had, like, literally it's 2/3 of the population or something crazy like that. Everybody dying, yeah. Damn it. Like, it would have been just easier to start burning everybody than burying people.
Red hot. And begin.
Kind of interesting though, the reaction they had to the Black Plague and the reaction we have, like at least Australia had to COVID. Like definitely one was more extreme than the other, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting parallel, I think. One, yeah, I'm not gonna argue, like I'm gonna get in trouble if I talk too much about COVID, let's be real. I come from a country that literally went into a 9-month lockdown, or it's actually closer to 12 months. Full lockdown. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hey. Dude, why is he forcing me into a wall, man? Do you like the original Chicken Little? Look, not really. I wasn't a fan of Chicken Little. Not really. The whole thing about like the sky was falling was pretty funny because that was a thing people used to believe, but like, nah. Chicken Little, kind of a snooze fest, ain't gonna lie. Oh, I tried to use the ultimate. Everyone getting eaten by a fox. Wait, everybody got eaten by a fox? What? In Chicken Little? I just remember what I remember from Chicken Little is the sky falling was like a piece of like alien technology or something like that. That's all I remember from Chicken Little. And that's why I say I didn't like it, because like I don't remember much of it. The original version of Chicken Little? Really?
A great slam and then some.
Isn't that the boy who cried wolf though? Maybe they're just similar stories. Like the boy who cried wolf, everyone ended up getting eaten. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm following. Was it based on that? Was it based on the boy who cried wolf? I never realized that. I never realized that whatsoever. I mean, I suppose it makes sense, but did Chicken Little really have a habit of lying about things? I'll probably have to rewatch it. I definitely haven't seen it in God knows how long. Probably 15 years. What am I, 24? Ages away, man. Ow. Was going to be a female? Why did they change it then? That's interesting. Usually you find it's the other way around a lot of, well, at least in modern times, in modern films, it's the other way around. I wonder why they changed it. It might sound stupid, but maybe it was just too difficult to animate the fur and hair. Like, that could be a genuine thing. Like, fur is really hard to animate. So maybe like a chicken with long hair. And like, I just realized, he's called Chicken Little. Boys can't be chickens, well at least not in the typical sense, you know what I mean? A male chicken is called a cock, or a rooster. So the fact it's called Chicken Little doesn't actually make sense. And that makes sense that it would be a female. You mean feathers? Is that what they're called? Either way. Still kinda odd. Alright, is this chick's final form? I don't know how much damage that did, but I'm praying it did a lot. Oh, huge. No. Oh my god, I nearly died. It would be called Little Cock, exactly. If it was originally designed to be it. Yeah, man. That's the better title, man. Like an SM film. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Not wrong by any stretch of the imagination. Ooh. Alright, we did it.